The United Kingdom is a sweeping love story.
It's unashamedly romantic.
Did I ever tell you I didn't just marry you for your good looks?
Pure and simple on one level, and very complicated on another.
Liar.
I have a new vision for our nation.
Real stories like this we very rarely ever get to see on screen.
It is time!
It's about a young man who's due to be chief of the largest tribe in Botswana.
My grandfather was a king.
He meets and falls in love with an English girl from southeast London.
I don't need to think about it. I know I love you.
Tshekedi Khama represents strength, he represents principles, he represents leadership.
We should not be fighting for segregation. We should be fighting for equality.
Ruth Williams felt like someone who was unashamed about herself, about who she was, what she believed in, who she was in love with.
She might change her mind. I've met the man I want to spend my life with.
What Ruth and Tshekedi were doing in 1947 was really radical, because there weren't many mixed-race couples at that time.
Father will hate him on sight. He's cleverer than him, and he's black.
Tshekedi doesn't fight his feelings, whereas other people are trying to stop him.
Over 2 decades of preparing you to be our king, and this is how you face me. How long before the village dust gets in her eyes?
This evoked prejudices within black people and white people.
They set off a series of chain reactions that neither of them could have foreseen.
If you choose to marry the leader of an African nation, you will be responsible for the downfall of the British Empire in Africa. Have you no shame?
There's something astonishing about 2 people facing down governments on 2 continents.
Now you will see how an empire defends itself, Mr. Khama.
When a man tells a lie, he loses his dignity.
In seeing David Oyelowo play this role, it speaks very much to my heart.
He turns into this extremely assured, determined man. He really does transform.
For me, it's his most powerful performance.
We have concluded that you should be exiled.
I belong with my people.
I've always loved Rosamund Pike's quiet dignity. She's a real presence on screen.
She's one of those people that you just admire how dedicated and driven they are.
I knew she had to be Ruth.
And I think we've never seen that experience represented on screen of a white person trying to belong in a black world.
Who do you think will accept you? You belong to the whites, but they won't want you either.
Ruth and Tshekedi embody the best of what love is, which is sacrifice.
I can't do this alone anymore.
Then find your way back to me.
It's this beautiful romance and incredible political story.
And it's one of those stories that not a lot of people know about.
My home. Our home.
It will make people think. Falling in love is bigger than anything.
Their love inspired a nation that eventually gained its independence because of their leader, Tshekedi Khama. I think that's really important.
I am ready to serve you because I love my people. I love this land. But I love my wife.